Hello, Nintendo fans. My name is Mario Master. What are we doing today? It's late. I'm tired. So I'm going to get this out of the way. I have just watched a very interesting movie called Ultraman Rising. Now, if you don't know who Ultraman is, I didn't even know. It is apparently a very, 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 very long list of movies from Japan under the same name. Now, Ultraman is about a Ultraman fighting kaijus, which if you don't know what kaijus are, they're just massive monsters, like to the likes of Godzilla. Godzilla's a kaiju. So yeah, that's Ultraman. Well, this movie is about Ultraman. Now, I had never even heard of Ultraman before until now. I didn't know what Ultraman was until now. And I was essentially going in with a very weird curiosity of what the fuck was going on. Now, Ultraman I want to say it's Uprising, but it's not Uprising. It's just Rising. Ultraman Rising. I saw this on Netflix and decided to give it a quick watch. Now, this movie is not a quick watch, being 2 hours long. God. Well, actually, no, that's not true. The actual movie is like an hour and 47 minutes. Full runtime is 2 hours if you include credits. I don't know if there's a post-credit scene. Actually, let me check. Alright, so yeah, there was a post-credit scene. I just had to check. So yeah, all in all, the movie run time is about an hour and 47 minutes. I thought it was like a full 2 hours when I checked. No, it's only an hour and 47 minutes, which is pretty generic when it comes to movies. Now, this is an animated kids film. Like I said, runtime is about an hour 47 minutes long. And Ultraman is kind of like a weird anime movie series. Like I said, it comes out of Japan. So, yeah, the movies were around in the 90s and the 80s, which you can definitely tell if you even look at some pictures of Ultraman. So, yeah. Now, to fully experience this movie, I feel like you 100% have to watch it. It is on Netflix right now, so definitely go and watch it if you are curious like I was. But I guess I'll do a little bit of a rundown here. Now, the movie is about a guy who is a famous Japanese baseball player, or a famous American baseball player, but he's from Japan, I believe, or his parents are. His parents are from Japan. They lived in LA. And then like he was a famous baseball player, or he is a famous baseball player, and he is Ultraman, right? He's Ultraman, and so he balances being a baseball player with being Ultraman, but through unforeseen events, through like this shadow company, who I'm just going to refer to as Shadow Company because I don't remember and I don't think there's really a name for it. There's a baby kaiju that like he discovers and he takes care of, and like shenanigans and shit ensue. Now, in theory, this sounds like a really good idea, and in execution, it's actually done fairly well. Like, I actually found I liked the movie. I'm gonna be entirely honest right off the bat. I actually did like the movie. This is insanely interesting. Now, I can definitely tell that this movie is about anime or tracks back to anime. It just has that like weird art style to it. The animation is just weird, but I like it. You know, it kind of reminds me of the style of like Spider-Verse, you know, where it's like a comic book strip and you can see like the individual dots, but like it's not that detailed, but like you can just see like the lines and stuff. It just looks really good. Kind of looks like the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, you know. It just looks like one of those like the Dragon Ball movies, like, or the recent ones. I mean, it just looks good, you know. And you know, like, there are some cases like where an explosion happens and it just looks like a comic book. Like, it doesn't look real. But it looks good, you know. And it's like sometimes when like a character will punch a kaiju, like Ultraman will punch a kaiju, where like the screen will go white, like black and white for like a half a second after the punch. Like, that's so cool. Like, just minor little details that like get thrown in like every single frame is just really nice and really cool to see. um you know, and there's this like big bad, right? There's like the big kaiju, like the main kaiju. I think it's like called Gigamon or something like that, which I don't think is what its actual name is, but for now I'm gonna call it Godzilla because that's essentially what it is. um Imagine, you know, in Godzilla, you know, in Godzilla, what is it, like King of the Beasts or whatever, where Godzilla fights that like three-headed dragon? It's essentially that, but it only has one head and it still has atomic breath. Um, just watch the movie. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's essentially Godzilla, but it looks like a pterodactyl with wings and it can fly. That's essentially this monster, right? And the egg is this monster's kid, and Ultraman has to take care of the kid, and it's the monster, like the older monster, who I'm just gonna call Godzilla, right? So Godzilla is presumed to be dead. But she isn't, right? So, Ultraman has to take care of Godzilla's baby in his house, and like he just keeps losing baseball games after like baseball game after baseball game after baseball game. We'll try and take care of this kid, and like there's this weird like AI aspect to it. I think it's like, I can't remember what it's called. It's like Kia or something like that. It's essentially Siri, which they make a Siri joke about it, which is funny. I like it. Um, but it's essentially, you know, one of those Alexas, like those home Alexas that you can get? It's essentially one of those, but it's a full ball and it can float and it can just kind of follow you, and it just cracks. It doesn't crack jokes, but it just kind of like follows the main character around and just dumps exposition every so often. It's weird. I don't know, man. It's Japanese. It's supposed to be like an anime and shit. I don't know, man. Go watch the movie. Which I'll get back to the movie. Well, I'm explaining the movie. Can't you tell I'm fucking tired? Anyway, so like, eventually we find out through evil man that he he's trying to find Kaiju Island so he can kill all the kaijus because the kaiju killed his family. Generic villain stuff, whatever. But that's what his motivation is, right? And Ultraman, who was the baseballs. So like Ultraman, it's never really explained how like the Ultraman powers work, and like if it's passed down, if it's like a suit. That's never really explained in the movie. It might be explained in one of like the original movies that I don't even know how I would get access to. So I'm pretty unknown to that. So I don't fucking know. It's never explained. Now, what's funny is like the main villain blames Ultraman, like the original Ultraman, right? The baseball player's dad was Ultraman, and then the baseball player became Ultraman, right? So like the evil guy blames Ultraman's dad, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you didn't protect my family. I trusted you, you know." And like Ultraman's like a secret identity. I don't know if he has to keep it secret. It's never really explained. Um, he might not. It's not explained at all. Um, but slowly but surely, you know, the baby starts getting powers, you know, like atomic breath and all that fun shit. There's a Pac-Man, like the baby shoots an atomic laser at Pac-Man, and then there's a Mario Kart reference, not directly, but like 3 random carts drive through Japan and like the kaiju baby starts chasing him. Like it's very clearly supposed to be a Mario Kart reference right after the Pac-Man, like, oh, the baby shot Pac-Man, and then like 3 carts drive by and they're very like they look exactly like the stock cart in Mario Kart 8. So yeah, you can definitely, or like not, maybe not Mario Kart 8, like Mario Kart Go, like the mobile version one. You know what I'm talking about. It's like one of those, like it's like the more steel one. Whatever. Anywho, so like the baby starts getting these powers, and like the dad and the son had like a falling out years ago because like we don't know where the mom is, and like the mom mysteriously disappeared and no one can find the mom. And uh the evil guy turned Godzilla into Mechagodzilla. Now, I thought when they first showed it, I'm like, oh, so this is just Mechagodzilla. No, 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 no. No. They built an Iron Man suit for Godzilla, and they had full control over it, right? They had like full control over the suit. Um, until like the Godzilla's baby snapped Godzilla out of it, and Godzilla, you know, regained consciousness. And then it becomes a big fight, right, between like the main villain who was in a ship controlling Godzilla in his suit, right? But the ship transforms. I'm not kidding. It transforms into a massive Pacific Rim mech. And Ultraman's dad, who can still transform into Ultraman, Godzilla still kind of in a mech suit, like Godzilla with fucking Iron Man suit, and Godzilla's baby all have to fight the Pacific Rim fucking I'll have to fight the Pacific Rim guy, and it's a fucking sick ass battle. I'm not gonna lie. Like the visuals make it all so much better. Like I cannot recommend this movie more, just based off the animation alone. The animation is just amazing. Like you can tell a lot of heart went into this movie. Which I'll get back to that, you know. So yeah, and like they they defeat him, and like the main guy is still in like the Pacific Rim mech, and he's like, and he sets it to self-destruct in like 60 seconds. So like all the baseball player Ultraman goes in and he like shields. He has like a weird atomic shield, you know. Um Essentially think of, in Endgame where Tony has like when like Thor Hulk is about to snap and like Iron Man puts up that like energy shield. Think of pretty much that, but like it can go like it can be a dome, it can be like manipulated into like different things. Pretty much like that, you know. So like he goes on top of like the mech and he like domes himself and like the mech blows up. But the main villain dies as far as we know, but baseball Ultraman doesn't die. And like his baseball team wins the series because yay exposition. Um and then they take um Godzilla and Godzilla's baby to Kaiju Island, which I thought what the movie was going to do, because like there's a subplot with the mom and I don't know where the mom is. I thought they were going to dump like, oh, because I thought like, well, the mom's going to be on Kaiju Island, isn't she? Nope. At the end credit scene, there is a teaser for the mom still being alive, and like they communicate through like these weird watch things, you know. It's I don't know. um but yeah, overall it's a pretty good movie. I would actually recommend it. um Now once again, I cannot, the animation is so good, so good, like 10 out of 10 animation. um like Puss in Boots Last Wish levels of animation quality. It's just so good. I don't know, something about it. Um I do have to say though, it's kind of confusing. Like like a lot of stuff just happens, you know. And like it kind of makes it confusing, but like you can still kind of follow it, you know. It's a very weird movie, I have to say. I mean, like, you can definitely tell it's Japanese. But, like, everyone who speaks in the movie is English. So, I don't know. I do know, like, you don't have to had watched the original Ultraman to watch this movie, which is really nice. Because, once again, I didn't even know Ultraman existed until I watched this movie, so it's not required. Um, the jokes are pretty eh. There are jokes, but like apart from like poop and fart jokes for like 3-year-olds, they're okay. I mean, like there's a Pac-Man joke, but like that's a pretty throwaway line. It's not even like a joke, and like obviously I said like the Mario Kart, but like no one references Mario Kart specifically. My guess is because like they couldn't get permission from Nintendo. But like it's a reference, you know? Like no one looks like a Nintendo character, but you can very clearly tell that they're trying to be like, oh, it's Mario Kart without it being Mario Kart, you know? Um so yeah. They're just like pretty jokes. I never really found myself laughing at it. You know, I don't even think the movie really got a chuckle out of me. It was just kind of in that department. But outside of that, this movie is pretty good. I would recommend it. It's just kind of confusing in some parts, you know. Like the villain motivation, I feel like, has to be one of the weakest points of this movie. I've seen that trope done to death more than like the trope of the villain being motivated because dead family has been done over and over and over again. And to see it in this movie is pretty like, come on, guys, we're in 2024. We can't think of anything original. Which I know that's kind of hard, and that is a very hard ask, but like, the entire thing is like, the main villain is motivated to like kill all the kaijus because the kaiju killed his family. And it's like, I don't know, it just kind of like takes away of like it being a villain, because like this could have been anybody who had their family killed by a kaiju, you know? It just doesn't fit. It just doesn't work in. Okay, my microphone just turned on randomly. I'm not fucking kidding. Why? That was so weird. I'm not joking. My fucking HyperX microphone just turned on. Like it unmuted itself. That's so weird. Okay, someone's listening to me, the government, apparently. So yeah, I mean, like, the movie's alright. You know, it's not perfect. Like I said, it's weak in some parts, you know, like the story's pretty meh. Like I said, the villain motivation is like the weakest part of the movie for me. Like the jokes are like 3-year-old potty humor that like anyone over the age of 5 isn't gonna laugh at because it's not funny. And once again, the villain motivation. I cannot say this enough. The villain motivation is the weakest part of this movie. I cannot stress that enough. If you're gonna have a movie about, you know, kaiju monsters, and you're gonna have like a main protagonist, antagonist in it, you gotta have like good motivation. Like I do get it. I mean, like, that is pretty good motivation, don't get me wrong, but like, don't do like the most basic trope ever of, oh, a kaiju killed my family, so now I hate kaijus now, and I'm going to commit, die, and hopefully kill a bunch of people, including both Ultramen and Godzilla and Godzilla's baby. You know, it just doesn't work. You know, it just, once again, it just feels so weak as a plot point. And once again, like, it's been done to death, that plot point. Done to death. I just don't understand why it goes that way, to be honest with you. Like, your guess is as good as mine when it comes to that. I mean, like, once again, I get it. It's a pretty easy plot point, but it's a done to death plot point, so I don't know. But yeah, that's essentially it. Go check out Ultraman Rising on Netflix right now. Yeah, but that's it. So thank everybody so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to check out my Twitter, Discord, and Patreon. All in the description below. Patreon's one of my that do videos. And I'm gonna open my laptop and see why my microphone just turned on randomly. It unmuted. So like, I don't know if you guys saw. I'm sorry, I took the diploma off. I don't know if you guys saw my solo cast video or watched it, but I commented on how when so here's the thing, right? Well, this, no, it has to be on. All right, that's interesting. I have to. I hate everything. Alright, my laptop has to be open, apparently. For it to connect. Alright, so if you watched my solo cast video, you would have heard me say that when my microphone is not muted, this light is off. I don't know if you can see that, but this right here is a light. I will show you right now. So right now, this microphone is muted, which makes sense. Light is off. The microphone is no longer muted, and I can prove this right now. If I open OBS, if OBS will open while I do this bit, I can show you if I do that. Oh, sorry. As you can see, the microphone bar is moving, and I'm just talking, and as you can see, the bar is moving, and this light is off. Now, fuck. I cannot. I'm having a seizure. Now I'm going to mute. As you can see, I am talking, and the bar is not moving. I'm going to see. Look at that. The bar is not moving. Now I'm going to do the same thing with this. Hold on. Nice view of the wall and my dirty ass door. Alright. So, as you can see, right now, the light is off, and this is the audio capture for this mic. The light is off. No audio. Now I'm going to unmute it. The light is on, and now it's capturing audio. Why? Typically, when I associate red with something, I think like, okay, well, if it's red, that means it's muted. No, red means it's active, which is backwards, and it contradicts this, which this makes more sense to me. It's like, okay, light is off, that means it is not muted. No, light is on, that means it is lit on. What it should be is light off, it's fine, it's not muted. Light is on, it's muted. It's not like that. No, it's light on, it's not muted. Light off, it's muted. Why? Now, it is entirely possible that my HyperX headphones was made before this, but that still makes no fucking sense to me, because even so, they could have still made it no matter what. If my headphones came first or my microphone came first, it should be that they should be the fucking same, you know? Like, my microphone, when I tap it, this should be active, but no, it is not creating any input whatsoever. And I just boop, and now it is creating input. Like, that makes no sense to me. Why can't it be the same, HyperX? This makes no sense. Whatever. Fuck. Anyway, I'm gonna close OBS now. If my mouse will fucking cooperate, and it's not. Alright, after that fucking long ass microphone tangent, I'm done. Sorry. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to check out my Twitter, Discord, and Patreon. All links in the description below Patreon. So I know all my 30 videos. That's it. Peace. Bye. Holy fucking shit.